Hello friends, welcome to another episode of Crime Stories. Hope you all are doing well. Today, we are going to talk about a horrific crime in North Carolina, USA, which still sends shivers down the spines of the locals. Let's start from the beginning and see what happened in this true crime story. This incident took place on July 24, 2011, at the Texas River. Some people were walking along the banks of the Texas River in America when they saw alligators eating something that looked like human flesh. As you all know, alligators are carnivorous, and if they are eating something, it would be a carcass or a body. Taking this seriously, those people informed the police about it. The police arrived, began their investigation, and discovered that these were pieces of a human body, as if the body had been cut into small pieces and thrown into the water for the alligators to eat. The investigator on the case, Crack Reddy, said that they sent a research team into the river and found small pieces of a human body along with a severed head, which was of a girl. The police identified the body as that of Laura Ackerson, a girl who had been reported missing on July 18, 2011. But the perplexing thing was that this body was found in Texas, 1,200 kilometers away from her home. Who was Laura Ackerson? How did she die? And how did her body end up so far away? Stay tuned to find out. Laura Ackerson was a 27-year-old woman living in North Carolina, USA. She was a graphic designer who had recently started her own business. From her best friend Hetty, we learned that a few years ago, while starting her business, she met Grant. They started spending time together and eventually fell in love. They secretly got married without informing anyone. When they later told their friends and family, everyone was surprised, as marriage is a social event and people support it. But there was no need for secrecy. However, after some time, they started fighting a lot over small matters. After marriage, Laura found out that Grant was addicted to alcohol and drugs. He forbade her from making new friends and meeting old ones. Amid these fights, they had 2 sons, and it seemed everything would normalize, but after the kids, Grant became even more aggressive and controlling. One reason was Amanda, a woman Grant liked and wanted to live with. But after having children, he felt stuck between 2 lives. Grant and Laura fought a lot, and in 2010, Grant went to New York to be with Amanda. Soon after, Laura saw a Facebook post indicating that Grant and Amanda had married. Laura called Grant and asked how he could marry someone else while being married to her. Grant replied that he had never signed their marriage certificate, meaning their marriage was never valid. Laura's world shattered upon hearing this. Grant filed for custody of the children, and the court ruled that the kids would spend 3 days with Laura and 4 days with Grant until they were old enough to decide for themselves. Laura shared all this with her best friend, and the next day, she went to Grant and Amanda's house to pick up her children but disappeared after that. The police found it odd that Laura went into Grant's apartment but never came out. They questioned Grant and Amanda, and during the interrogation, noticed a strange smell in the apartment. A thorough search yielded no significant evidence. Later, Grant was seen buying boxes, bleach, and acid at a mall. The police had no solid evidence but continued to monitor Grant and Amanda. On the day before July 24th, they were seen driving with many ice boxes towards a river in Texas known for its alligator population. They started emptying the boxes into the river. The police realized that Grant and Amanda were behind Laura's murder because human body parts were floating in the water from those boxes. The police arrested them, and during a strict interrogation, they confessed. Grant wanted to keep his children's custody and get rid of Laura permanently. On the day Laura came to pick up her children, a heated argument led Grant to strangle her. Laura struggled to save herself, and forensic examination showed multiple screwdriver wounds in her spine, indicating a violent struggle. To hide the evidence, Grant and Amanda cleaned the apartment with bleach and disposed of the blood-stained furniture. They cut the body into parts, packed them in boxes, and drove to Texas with a plan to dissolve the body in acid and dispose of it in the river. When the acid plan failed, they decided to let the alligators eat the remains to destroy evidence. In court, Amanda's nephew, Shelton Vary, testified that Amanda had asked him if alligators in a Texas river would eat human flesh. Presenting all the evidence, the court sentenced Grant to life imprisonment and Amanda to 20 years. The two boys now live with Laura's parents. Friends, how did you find today's crime story? For more such episodes, subscribe to the channel and share the video as much as possible. Goodbye.